Um, in that, it's so sorry. It's just sometimes it's difficult to go back and talk about this journey. But as I was saying, in that 2012, so many good Nigerians, beautiful people, they came out. They came out in 2012, that global protest, the UK, Lagos, United States, Russia, China, Spain, France, so many of them, so many other countries, they came out. They were sharing their pictures on Facebook. In the UK, we have a lot of turnouts. It was beautiful. Everything went according to plan. We have very good people. Dr. Chris Iwakobia, who represent Lagos State. He was joined by Jasper Zuratan and all their crew, Jaye Jasikia. It was marvelous. But after that global protest, we had I think it was a couple of weeks after, the date is in my diary, that I received a phone call from Nigeria. One of our members said to me, "Princess, I have something to tell you, and I wanted to sit down." I said, "Oh, what is it?" Because as far as I'm concerned, because I macromanage the whole global protest, so I was still very drained, tired. So he said, "No, you have to sit down, because some people were plotting to kill you." I said, "What? What have I done?" He said there's a thread on Facebook that one Abi and Tony Weje or something like that, they said they want to get me out of circulation. I said, "But these two names, they attended my global protest against corruption, just few weeks back, and there was no problem. The videos are still all there on YouTube for anybody to see. Everything went fine. Of course, few days before that protest, I received a phone call from one Mr. Yunusi, say to me that he called me because a lot of people call me from all over the world, because a lot of people volunteers to be global organizers. So it is one of the thing in one of the plan was for me to phone each one of the global organizers, no matter which country they live. Even though I meet them on Facebook, I still want them to hear my voice, to thank them for volunteering. So in those days, my phone bill, it was British Telecom then, and my phone bill would be like £600. There was a time, my phone bill was £1,000. We used to have every 3 months bill. Every 3 months, boom, British Telecom would drop your bill, and I'm like, whoa, and I have to pay it. I have to call them to continue motivating them, encouraging them, thanking them. So, and I remember one particular phone call, one particular person, Mr. Yunusi. So he was one of the organizers for United Kingdom. He called me very early in the morning. He used to call me almost every day because he's an elder person who, have his own thing. So anytime I see his name, I always pick it up, even if I'm sleeping, even if I'm tired, even if I'm on another phone. Anytime he calls, I always pick it up. But this time, we've just spoken like a couple of hours before I went to bed. So he called me about 4-ish, between 4 and 5 in the morning, which was odd because few hours before I've just spoken to him. We've said good night. So when I woke up and I pick up, I said, "Oh, it's Mr. Yunus," so I pick it up. So he said to me, "I have something to tell you. It's like a confession, but just for you to know because." And I'm like, "Where are you?" Because I was so scared. I said, "Are you okay? Where are you?" And he goes, "Oh, I just left a pub, and there's a lot of our comrades there. One Abby was there, and she was saying to me, about money, about like offering him something or something like that." I'm like, "What?" So, and he goes, "Oh, don't worry, I didn't take anything from her. I didn't, she was just saying it. She didn't even show any money, but she was just saying it that, somebody's, want to pay so that the global protest will be cancelled." I'm like, "Nah, the global protest is going to go on because we have to create awareness against the endemic corruption going on in Nigeria." So he said to me, no, don't worry, don't be upset, don't worry. I didn't take anything from her. She didn't show me any money. She just said, she just said it. I said, "Okay, but it's okay, And he goes, "I just want to tell you because I was feeling guilty. I don't want anybody else to tell you that they saw us together, blah, blah, blah." And that's it. That's the only hiccup, that I know before the election. So, before the protest in the UK. But then when this phone call came, and it goes like, some people were plotting to get you out of circulation. And he goes, "Oh, I'm going to send you the thread." I'm like, "Whoa." He said they've been in the thread, on the Facebook thread for 5 days, just plotting. And he asked them, "What has Marian Awolowo done to you?" And they said, No. She didn't do us anything, but she's her name is not Awolowo. We have to find out who her father is. And by doing this, we're gonna put a article. We're gonna all sign it and put it out on our walls, and we send it to the news media so that they can take her out of circulation. I'm like, "What?" And he did. He emailed me the thread, and I was reading it. I couldn't believe some Nigerians can be inside inbox and write stuff like that about anybody. There's so many allegations back and forth, and then when one of them we asked, "But can you show us the evidence for this?" And the person who made the allegation will say, no, we don't have any evidence, but we just know that she said something about you, and this one too. They keep adding people. You can see from the evidence that they keep adding people. This is it. 42 pages. 142 pages. Yeah, that was 2012. Inbox, thread. Then they keep adding people that they know are my friends from my world. They know they're my friends, that we gel together. They keep adding them and saying, "Oh, Dayo, she said this about you." And I can read it, and I'm like, "What?" And then that was going on, but some of the people there, instead of them to say the same thing as this gentleman who called me from Nigeria asked, say, "Can you give us the evidence?" Okay, where? Just show me where Princess, slag you or say something bad about you. They just got upset and start abusing without even asking. If you know people on social media, and somebody said they write something about you, or they say something, that means the evidence will still be there on social media. Just refer them to where it is. You're the one who make the allegation, so that means he is going to be there. But this particular set of people, they didn't ask for evidence. They didn't ask nothing. They just throwing abuses. Before you know it, the two ringleader, Abi and that Olutoyi Eweje or something like that, they successfully wind them up to the extent that they were saying some horrible things. I mean, people can really trigger violence in other people. So when I received the email, I broke down in tears, because some of the names I see there, we were together. We were together in front of the Nigerian embassy in the UK, in London, fighting, against corruption. You know, we were raising awareness about all the endemic, all the killings, all the Boko Haram killings in Nigeria. So I thought I was among, comrades. I was among good Nigerians. So when I saw those names, it broke my heart, because I've never done them any wrong. They know it and I know it, but I didn't understand it. I didn't understand that dynamics. I didn't understand how some people can just come up with some serious issues like that. So the first thing I did after I recovered a bit, I haven't even finished the 142 pages. I called one of my colleagues, Rupesh. We're in uni together. He was 1 year my senior, because we love brainstorming so much. He's not a Nigerian, it's an Indian mix. So I said, I'm going to email you something, and I want you to work with me so that I can interpret, because I always love the cause and effect. Is so important. When something happened, after you recover from the shock, you have to find out the main reason why it happened. Why do people behave that way? There must be an underlying issue. There must be the reason why that particular human being chose to be so destructive. Something is happening. So I went back. I went to each one of their war to try and study what is going on in their life. Well, is there any? I found some couple of people that were in the protest with us that know some of them as because I don't even know a lot of them. In fact, 99% of the people who were on that thread, it was on the day of protest that I met them for the first time in my life. No, sorry, not 99%, maybe 90%, because I recalled I've had a meeting with few of them, about 2, 3, 4 of them before. So it's like, so it was amazing discovery. I was so confused. So after calling Rupesh, email him, I said we have to meet, because I need to know why this happened. So we were in my house. Sometimes we meet in the uni library, because I was in uni then and he was in uni. So sometimes we try to psychologically find out what is it. Because when you know in your heart you haven't done anything wrong to somebody, as that type of behavior happen, you have to find out the underlying reason. Cause and effect. So at the time I was doing that, I published the thread on Facebook. I called the police. I said, this is what is happening. They gave me police reference. They saw it, and then they gave me police, because in England the police have to see it. They have to see it you know, they have to see the evidence, and then they peruse it, read it, and then decide whether to give you a crime reference or a report reference. They gave me a crime reference, and then they phone each one of these people one by one. Then I recalled one guy that I later found out he was the PDP secretary for the UK, you know, because I wanted to take them to court. I wanted to get injunction on some of them. So he intervened, and I've known him since I was, you know, since the 80s, you know. His name is Femi or something. So he said to me, no, Tony is having some issues at the moment, so please forgive, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, the police were calling Dayo, calling Abby, calling, you know, just to let them know that, look, we are investigating this, you know. But when Femi intervened and said, look, they've made a mistake, they apologize, you know, especially Tony, you know, this is what is happening in her life. Abby, one of our relatives, one elderly woman, called me apologizing and saying to me that, look, this is what Abby is going through in her life, you know. And this was a reliable woman who was at the protest as well. So I said to myself, okay, you know, but I was still freaking out. So it was Festus Ogbeide who called me. He said, Princess, there's something I want you to know. Just calm down. Don't panic about this type of behavior. It's not new in Nigerian community. Because but you need to know somebody. You need to go on a trade, to read the trade. I say, who is the person you want me to go to his work? He said his name is Awolowo-TRIBUTE. He said, then make sure that you read what Emeka Neke and Awolowo-TRIBUTE read, because both these guys have conducted series of protests in order to raise awareness for Nigeria about the endemic problems that is going on in Nigeria. They've had similar experience like me, and I said, okay. So I went to the trade that Festus directed me to, and I found out that, oh my God, you know, it is kind of like habitual, yeah, like habits, that when you organize a protest, the people who come to your protest, they expect you to pay them. Wow, no, I don't pay for protests. I've never been paid for a protest in England, because you have to do things from your heart. It's a selfless service. If something is not working, if something is not good, you know, the best way to do is to raise awareness about it. Then you do if the government didn't hear, then you do a peaceful protest in order to raise more awareness about the problem. You don't get paid. That's bad. So I read the trade Festus directed me to read, and I found out that Awolowo-TRIBUTE and Emeka Neke, they experienced similar thing from one of these ringleader, Abby. And the trade was so hot, like explosive, like she was there, you know, cursing and you know, like boo, 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 all this voodoo chanting and all that going on the trade. Anytime she comes in, instead of her to explain calmly and all that, she throw this. She have a way of, you know, she's PDP, but we didn't know. She didn't let us know. The people who set up this trade, who kind of like manipulated others to join in the trade, who added those innocent Nigerians on that trade in order to incite against me, are PDP. But people like Dayo and there's two other people, innocent people, very good people. They added them on the trade, And they lie to them that, oh, Marian did this to you, Marian did that to you, and they fell for it, which is a pity, because these guys are good guys that we've never had a problem. But before you know it, they were abusing and all that. It freaks me out. And thanks to Festus Ogbeide, who taught me so much about the psychology of, that look, it's okay. Don't freak out too much, because this is not new. Just continue focusing. Sis. So when I read what Olukayode Ogudamisi and Emeka Neke group, when I read what they went through, so it makes me a bit better, and I thank Festus, and that was this. The evidence stepped, and I say no. This is still phase 1. I still have phase 2 to face. Phase 2 is when I'm going to introduce Buhari, and at that time I pair him up with Buhari Fashola 2015. And time doesn't wait for nobody. So I said to myself, okay, since Femi have already, apologized, and Mama BB or something they call that woman, very nice woman, and apologized on behalf of Abi and all that. I say, okay, now at least we know that they are PDP. They are just double agents, crawling among us and all that. But that's it. I don't want to have anything to do with them. So I will remain focused on what I want to do. And that's what we did. We continue advocating, creating awareness, sharing. Then, boom. Before APC merge, before all the parties merge, before President Buhari even decided to go for 2015, I launched Buhari 2015. I make the design, I launch it, boom, put it out there. Keep my finger crossed again, praying to God, praying to Allah, praying to Olodumare, please let it work, let Nigerian buy it. That's all I rely on. All the work, I did all my work here. My designs, my brochure, proposals, everything. I never asked any politician for no money. President Buhari never asked me to campaign for him or to launch him for 2015. I did that as a Nigerian. Throughout the protests and everything, I rely on Nigerians on social media. Just to believe in what I've seen, what I've, my hopes. And one of those people who believe deeply is Festus Ogbeide. It's always there. Anytime I write, you get the notification, boom, it's always on my wall. Tick like, share, tick like, share, tick like, share. He shares it. And he watched out for me. Because he knew that I don't have experience, political experience in Nigerian community at that time. But he also know that I have a mission that I want to accomplish. And he was ready to roll with me. Just like so many thousands of Nigerians across the globe. We're like, focus. So when I put President Buhari and launch President Buhari, when I went to the phase 2, which is to put it out there, that this is the person that Nigerians should trust for 2015. We're creating awareness about Boko Haram. I was doing research. I was going to different archives. It was crazy, but a good crazy, a feeling that, yeah, Nigeria is going to be better. And I'm not the only person who felt that way. But then everything was going on well. We debated. The PDP, the oh my God, they are good when it comes to debates. But you see, I was ready because of the experience we had in that patriotic forum. Festus, Muyiwa Ojo, all my activist pals, they were ready. Thousands of them. This was 2011, 2012, 2013. 2013 was one of the worst period because we lost a lot of our comrades. One of them is one of the most painful one is Ademola Aderinde, that we lost on the night of January 2012. A young man who was gunned down. Then we lost a lot of comrades in Rivers State. You know, we lost so many comrades. We lost Shehu Tafa. We lost Bashir. So many of our comrades died. These are people, fighters, who were determined that Nigeria is going to change, who believe in my dream that, yeah, it's President Buhari for 2015. We lost them. And now Festus is gone. Festus Ogbeide, of all people. A good man, a good family man. A man that always watch out for me. A man that taught me that it's okay, sis, it's okay. My leader, he always say my leader. He's gone. I thought everything is going to be okay. Then in 2014, we had some people who joined our group. We didn't know then that they were PDP or MOS. Dude, when I write, one of them, William or something, he will be one of the first people to come and say, I said concise. We didn't know that he have his own plan. Then he introduced Marian to us. Oh, she's good at it. We didn't know then that Marian was working for PDP as well. Then Nura something joined. We didn't know these people. Then, but at that time, I need people to volunteer once again to be the global organizer for 2015 for the rallies I was planning for 2013. The plan was to cover all states in Nigeria. I need global organizers that is going to head the rallies. At that time, there was no merger. But my focusing was, okay, Buhari, Fashola, 2015. But we're keeping our fingers crossed that this time around, there'll be merger. They merge. So when they eventually merge, boom, I launched APC Mobilization for Change. Because Nigerian Global Awakening Group is the phase 1. Is the group I use for phase 1. So this phase 2 is APC. Now that they've merged, APC Mobilization for Change was created. I created it, start using it to campaign for all the governors. Anytime PDP ported to APC, we celebrate. Festus reform from South Africa. Since we've done it again. Was all our forums. It's not only Facebook we operate. All our forums. WhatsApp, Sky, everything. We're jubilating, partying. Festus will be there. Festus Ogbeide is always there. Anytime any of the leaders we are targeting in PDP to port to APC, anytime we'll be saying, ports. I remember the Petambua one. That one was exceptional. We party. We were shouting over the phone, on the phone, WhatsApp, everything was going when he ported to APC. Then there was a time he made a mistake. Then we raised the alarm. So, before within 24 hours, he reversed his decision and he did what we want him to do. And he was so happy about it. And then he said he's going to contest for the governorship of Sokoto State. We were so happy. We were shouting all over the phone. All the phones was going crazy. Say, yeah, we got another one in APC. It was beautiful. Meanwhile, the people who are attempting to destroy us, they've already joined us by 2014. Imagine, look at the struggle we've been doing since 2011, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013. But by 2014, we started having some people joining us. Michael, Marian, Michael Williams or something like that, he called himself. He joined in 2014. This is a guy who, when you call him to come to a meeting or global protest or any meeting or whatever, he will give you an excuse. He only attended one, and he came when we already finished, which was in 2015 February. The protest that I organized in February in conjunction with APC UK, our chairman Philip, our great chairman Philip. That protest nearly killed me because I was so sick. I was so tired by then. But I said, because I was supposed to go and do my medical operation in Moscow. So but still I said because the Jonathan's regime, they've announced the postponement, we have to go back out. The rally that happened in Nigeria, that APC and Buhari conducted in Nigeria, was so successful. But then they gave us the bad news that they are going to do postponement. We said no, because knowing, one of the things I observe in Nigerian communities that everything will be going well, and all of a sudden, boom, people forget so quickly. So immediately, after the rally, they waited for us, for Buhari and APC to finish all their rallies, all the states' rallies, which brought out millions of Nigerians. Everybody was happy. All the groups were so happy that the awareness has happened. Nigerians are awake. And all of a sudden, the Jonathan regime, Dasuki, they came to London, pam, postponement. So I said, we have to go back out. We have to go back out. February 2015, we have to go back out so that the world will know that we don't want no postponement. This election must go on. Who was the first people who called me from South Africa? Festus Ogbeide. Sis, what was the plan? This is what is going on in South Africa. We are planning this. I said, okay, in UK we are planning this and all that. So where am I going to get the money? I said, well, everything is going to be okay, but we must go out. We must go back out. Now, we did. We went out. The Marian Shetty, or Marian Shetima, her name is, she's supposed to go out to represent us in Kano and Abuja. That's what she volunteered to do, but she didn't. She didn't do the t-shirt she's supposed to do, and she didn't go out. She told us, we have all the evidence here on the thread. We have it here. She said, oh, she was sick. She couldn't. I said, okay, even if you are sick, allocate it to somebody to do, so that at least, our members and we join APC in support of Buhari for those two FCT, Abuja and Kano is so important. We have to be represented. We've already covered all the other states. Come on, just allocate somebody to do the t-shirts for our members in Kano and Abuja. She said, okay, she will do. Throughout, nothing. Thank God we have another leader who represented us in the federal capital. Very, very good comrade. Still on Facebook. He's the one who came out for us in federal capital, Abuja. He did his t-shirts. He was on Facebook. He did what he had to do. He went out there to support the rally and all that. Then we donated money when BSO was created. We have to support BSO. So I announced to all the admins and Nigerians, please donate to BSO. So, but we cannot be asking people to donate and we won't donate. No, it doesn't make sense. So I asked the admins, all the admins, donate the minimum £100 each, and the people in Nigeria, because of what they are going through in Nigeria, donate what you can. We have all the records. Our admin donated money. I remember Michael and Shegun, they donated £100 each. Myself and Taiwo donated £100 each. One of our comrades, very Zeribe, donated money. You know, Marian donated 20,000 naira, not 142,000. 20,000 naira. And the money from the UK, we send it to our account to go and put all the money of the admin together, the Zeribe money. Zeribe put his own money in Mariam's account as planned. But then when Mariam got to BSO, even though we've already told her, it is from Nigerian Global Awakening Group, the group I created, and APC Mobilization for Change that I created. This money is for BSO on behalf of our groups. But when she got there, she put her name there. Mariam Chetima donated 142,000. No! The money she put in is 20,000 naira. We have the evidence. But still, what can we do? But there was bigger plan they had for us that we didn't even know them. We're too busy focusing on election. We have to win this election, that we didn't even observe some of the people we put as admin. We trusted them. So what happened? After the election win, I've just came back from Russia. I've had my operation. It was successful. And I said, I have to be in Nigeria because this is historical. We've worked so hard. I have to represent my group. I make sure before then I emailed governor, one of the governor, for my invites for my group. I called the global organizers, people that I've been working with for many years together. I say, look, are you available to go to Nigeria, blah blah blah. And some of them say yes, some of them say no. So I compiled the name, I sent the names to the governor, and I sent the name to our contact at the presidency, so that they can arrange for my invite for the inauguration. Unfortunately, because of what happens, instead of I was allocated I think 20, but eventually they reserve only 5 for me because of the issue relating to the invitation back home in Nigeria. Ayuade, invitation was with me. I got all this thing for them. In fact, before then, the global organizers, some of them, when they were doing the protest, the rally for the February, we call it February, for the postponement, when I asked them to go back out again, they sold t-shirts, which was appropriate then. But I sent so many of the organizers money from United Kingdom. And the main reason why I did that was because I panicked. I didn't want everything to go cold. I want people to go back out to continue the rally until Jonathan's regime understand that no, these people are not just going to forget, relax. We're going to continue going out until we know that the election is going to go on for 2015. We don't want no postponement. So each one of the mobilizers, not all of them, but a couple of them, the lowest I said was £300 each. Apart from the money they made through the t-shirts and all that, that I told them to use for the people that, you know, to buy drinks and food for people who attend the rally, the lowest I sent was £300 without asking any politician or anybody for money. I spent thousands for that. I have all the receipts with Western Union, MoneyGram. I never sent anything to BSO to recover my money. Because I believe that if you ask people to do something and they ask you for support, if you have it, you give it to them, because, you know, this is like the last minute. We don't want to miss that last minute. Not all of them asked me for money, but the ones that I supported, £300, the lowest I sent for them. A lot of them appreciate the support. Only one of them, calling himself Asiwaju Ayade something on Facebook, a guy I've never seen him. But then we didn't even know, me and Festus, we didn't even know what the plan they had for us. Now we won the election, you know. I was on the same plane with the president. I asked them again on the plane, please, where is my invitation? They say, princess, we've reserved your invitation, but because we are expecting you to come back to Nigeria a week to Nigeria a week before the inauguration. But now that we are going to Nigeria together, no problem. Your invitation is with Governor Sylvia, no problem. When you land, don't worry, you get it. So the day I landed, which was the 28th, a day before the inauguration, that was the day I met Nora for the first time in my life. I've never done anything wrong with Nora. We've never had any problem. In fact, I helped Nora and I have all the documentation to prove it. He knows it and I know it. I didn't know these people, they working together. I met him because, you know, I have to leave to look. I have to go and look for Sylvia so that I can get my invitation. Because my members, I've already told them, some of them, that look, you're going to have invitation. I've reserved your invitation. So it is my duty to collect the invitation so that I can give it to my members, especially when I know I landed the day before the inauguration. If I had known what is going to be in store for me, I could have just followed the president's convoy straight to the villa as expected. Well, I didn't know. I promised Marian I'm going to stay with her. And that's what I did. But what happened? She called Mrs. Buhari a nasty name, you know, and she explained why she called her a nasty name, which I don't want to repeat. And I said, if you say that thing again, I'll slap you. And then she asked me to leave her house. So and I said, no problem, I'll leave. But don't call her that type of name. That's what happens between me and Marian. Prior to that, I did shopping for her. I cancelled her because of what was going on in her life. But that one issue, I'm not going to tolerate. So I threatened to slap her. So she asked me to leave. And I said, no problem. I went to withdraw my suitcase, you know. Can you, you know, I'm new in Abuja, you know. Call the... help me with the hotel. Which hotel do you think is safe? You know, we are still on good terms. And then she even drove me to the hotel. We were chatting because she apologized. And then she asked me to stay. I said, no, it's fine. I want to go to the hotel because I have so many things to do. I have so many people to meet. You know, I don't live here. So this is my time to meet so many of our members, you know. And it's one of the reasons why I didn't stay in the villa. Because of the security, you know, I won't be allowed to be having visitors. So it's better for me to go to the hotel anyway. And she drove me there. On the way, we changed some pound sterling and few dollars. And I gave her 100,000 naira. 2 bundles of 50,000. And then she dropped me. We kissed, we hugged. Even when when I went to the room, she came with me, we were chatting, and then she left. Unknown to me, immediately she got into her car, also a few minutes after, according to the evidence we have, She inboxed a certain Michael William, that I'm in Abuja looking for contracts and appointments. I'm like, what? Me? And that whined, for whatever reason, she promised Michael that don't worry, Mariam doesn't care about anyone but herself. She's in Abuja looking for contracts and appointments. But we're going to work together. Nora and myself, we are going to create a group. We're going to leave Marian. We will take all the members away from our group. We have the evidence here. She promised to take Michael to see the emir, that she's related to the emir. She's going to take Michael to the villa. That's all. I was still even texting and WhatsApping Marian. Unknown to me, this is what Marian was doing on Facebook with Michael, winding Michael up. And Michael fell for it. Incredible. I didn't know nothing until I started having phone calls. Princess, go to the Facebook. Michael is writing this about you. What is going on the group page? Another phone call came. I said, what's going on? So I logged into Facebook and I saw it. I saw what he wrote. I said, what? By the time I knew it, they were destroying documents. So we have no choice but to protect our members, protect our documents. So we took Michael off from the power of admin. We took him off. By that time, I didn't even know that Marian was the one behind all the hanky-panky in the inbox. We didn't know. But because it was Michael that I physically saw the evidence, so it was Michael. Unknown to me, Michael have already taken some admin off, saying to them that I'm the one who took them. It was childish. I was in shock. I said, no, not. Then it occurs to me that, hold on a minute. Similar thing have happened in 2012. So I even though I was freaking out, but not as bad as my experience in 2012. So when all the phone calls was coming in, say, Princess, what's going on? Who was among the people who called? Festus Ogbeide. Festus Ogbeide. Say, sis, we've won. That's what matters. If they want to sabotage our group, we've achieved our aim. So don't worry too much. How are you? Sis, my leader, sis. Now, after that, the same, when people plot and they don't have anything to throw, any debt, any bad things against you, they will come up with that Awolowo. Oh, she's using a fake name. Oh, Segun Awolowo said they don't know her. Now, let me tell you something. I have 2 children, grown-ups. My first is an accountant. He used to be an international model. He used to be in one of these posh magazines and all that, doing hair product for Gucci and all these people, He traveled all over the world. He's an accountant. After he finished his modeling career, he became an accountant and he had his own company, motivating other upcoming models, especially male models. He's never given me any trouble. He's a very good child. I'm always proud of him. His father is watching this. He's on Facebook. He's following me. My second child he just finished his masters. I'm blessed with beautiful children, and you think somebody like me, with all my journeys in life, with my gene, we want to steal a name out of all the name in the world, then I'll go and steal Awolowo. Do you even know the meaning of Awolowo? Awolowo. Any Yoruba will go and ask any Yoruba what is the meaning of Awolowo. If you are Yoruba or Igbo or Hausa Fulani, if you still such a name, you are dealing with spirit, not human being. You know, some of you on social media, you just without thinking. My name is Princess Marian Awolowo. That's my birth name. And you know what? 2 Awolowos brought me up, make me become who I am today. This confidence woman you are seeing today. And none of you, nobody, can make me say anything bad about them, because I have my experience with both of them. One is from Oyo State, the other one is from Ikene. I know Wole Awolowo before I even met my biological father, who happens to be Stephen Adetunji Olufemi Awolowo from Oyo State. He was a brilliant, one of the best police officer in his time. He was a workaholic. He works to the extreme. All his life is force, police force, police force. His auntie, his senior sister, is still alive. He married me off to their loneliest family. Okay? Uncle Wole Awolowo contributed immensely in my life. He only asked me throughout the time I know him, since I was like a baby. He only requested once. He only asked me for one thing. And he's not a spirit. And in Yoruba, we don't lie against spirits. I don't know where you come from. I don't know what type of Yoruba you are. You this Michael. But me, I'm a Yoruba. Gang. This blood, you can trace it to Oduduwa. And I'll tell you why. You know, sometimes people just keep quiet, because that's the way I was brought up. We don't put all our clothes, you know, on the line. When you are brought up where you know when to talk and when not to talk.